In September, I had a candid conversation with Myron Golden. How did I have a candid conversation with Myron Golden, you ask? I took the Make More Offers Challenge. How did I know about the Make More Offers Challenge? I listened to Myron Golden. If you don't know who Myron Golden is, look him up. You'll be glad you did. I was introduced to Myron in summer of 2022. I listened to a Bible study. I was blown away by the way that he took the, the Bible and he like just drew wisdom and biblical principles and practical application out of it in like a 40-minute time period. So that blew me away. And long story, there's a lot to it. I'll get into it someday. But long story short, I went through a very traumatic fourth quarter of 2021, back to back losses. One was two were family, and one was a really close family friend. I'm in sales, been in professional sales for 19 years, and that really, really kind of deterred the path that I was on. And I didn't really, everything kind of changed, and I didn't really know why or what the root was until I met Myron Golden. Or I was introduced, I started watching his content, and a friend of mine, I was getting better. Like I was just feeding my soul because it was just really good and very, very helpful. And I recognized a lot of patterns in me. I recognized a lot of things in my life, but I had a lot of an epiphany about how my situation escalated and got me into where I guess the state of depression or distraughtness that I was, both in multiple areas of my life, right? So, a friend of mine, I was sitting over there and FaceTimed me, and I got on my Mac, and I was just like, "What are you doing?" And we were talking about it, and I was like really excited, really pumped, and basically they said a name, and I was like, "I know that name. It's like part of my name." And he's like, "Is this you?" And I was like, "Why do I know?" I said, "Why does that sound familiar?" He was like, "It's your Venmo handle." And I was like, "Oh yeah, that's my Venmo." He's like, "Here," and he sent me money, and he's like, "But here's the catch. You can't use this to pay a bill. You can't use this to go to dinner. You can't use this to spoil your kids." He said, "You have to be selfish with this. You have to use this on yourself." And he's like, "If you want to buy another guitar, don't need another guitar right now, or a bass. I'm pretty good in the music department, except for piano. Coming soon, in Jesus' name." So, anyways, he said, "You have to invest in yourself." And I was like, "Well, I'd been watching Myron, and I saw an ad for the Make More Offers Challenge. And I was like, what is this?" And so I looked into the Make More Offers Challenge, and he was like, "If you don't know where to start, or if you're just beginning, come one, come all, do it anyways." And so I did. I used that money that he gave me and invested in myself. I was selfish with it, and I bought myself a ticket to the Make More Offers Challenge. I bought a VIP ticket and ended up upgrading to platinum the night before because the FOMO was so real after binge watching Myron for 2 months. Uh, I had this thought. I was like, what if this is my one chance to get to ask Myron Golden a question and him answer it? And so I did it. I just did it on a whim. I upgraded, and my life has literally never been the same. Um, I It's completely transformational, and I hope that you notice those transformations as you watch the reviews that I made every day of my candid conversations with Myron Golden. Stay tuned. We'll see you on the next one. Make More Offers Challenge Day 1, and oh my goodness, a what what a roller coaster, especially for me. If you were in the platinum, I got to ask a question today, and I had good intentions asking the question. Um, I felt like it was a good question to ask at the time, but I didn't realize like how unprepared I was to not get the response that I did. I didn't know that I'd hoped for. It was like wasn't like I was triggered or anything. I was very grateful. And first of all, if you were there, I'm going to try to get through this. I suffer from OBS. It's open book syndrome. So I kind of just it's all out there. What you see is what you get. It ain't a trick. Yeah. So anyhow, the support that I felt when I was
sharing a brief moment of the insight of just the kind of the pain and the trauma that we've experienced over the past several years. It was just overwhelming. I got a text from someone else who's in the challenge, my mom, and she's like, she wrote everything down because I was engrossed, and she saw that I wasn't writing anything down. So she was like, write this down, write this down. Here you go. These are your action steps. So I've been involved in professional sales over the last, close to 19 years, almost 20 years, going on 20 years next year. And I've kind of had highs and lows. I just really never thought that I couldn't sell something, but also it's like I've co-owned a construction company. I've been an ordained worship pastor. I've been on staff at churches. I've been an executive personal assistant. And after a car accident, I lived in Texas. And after a car accident in 2015, I found myself, we were pregnant with our first kid, which is a miracle in and of itself. Because if you watched, I guess, part of my interview this morning, or the question I asked, we've suffered a lot of loss. We lost twin girls, but that's my 8th, miscarriage. And I spent 10 years of my life thinking that I was sterile. Been through some things, and lots of things, but it's kind of like I am 36 years old, and right now I'm in mortgages. I've been in mortgages for the last 7 years. I've done great. There's been times when I've done great, and but I think my biggest realization, I said, Dr. Gold, since you promised to watch this video, that you've helped me realize is I touched a little bit on it today, but basically sometimes adversity introduces a person to themselves, right? So I've sown seeds, like I'm in sales, I'm in communication, and I sowed seeds of silence for 18 months while I was, I don't know if I call it healing. I call it existing, just because of the experiences back to back over like 90 days or 120 days or whatever it was, were just so crazy and catastrophic, and I didn't really realize that. And I sowed seeds of silence, and my only harvest was invisibility. And it's like I've suffered. My family has suffered because of it, personally, but more than that, like financially, because I was in communications, and after sowing seeds of silence and reaping invisibility, no one know like the value I wasn't portraying because I wasn't speaking, and anymore. And I kind of was wondering, what was going on with our business, with my pipeline and all kinds of stuff. And I just realized that I stopped speaking. And so the light bulb, it's like a light bulb switch, like a light switch flipped. And it was like, I got in this place because I stopped speaking. So I can get out of the place that I'm in by speaking again, by starting to speak again. And I'm really not sure where that is. I've done a lot of things. I don't really feel like I'm aligned with the audience that I'm serving anymore. Just because there's my core values, highest core values, are loyalty and integrity. And there's a group of people that I work with right now in the mortgage industry, and it's just seems to be rampant that doesn't exist. So I don't know whether I push forward and, find the niche of people who are loyal and who do, because also I rely on referrals or lead generation. However, I can't pay for there's a lot of red tape as far as statewide licensing goes. And so I think I'm just caught in transition right now, and I'm willing to learn whatever I need to do. I'm taking practical steps so my family can get the best of me and not what's left of me. And I think after losing my dad, and the way that all went down, time has never, time has never been more important to buy back that time. And then second of all, what's it all for? Like, that's kind of the question I've been asking myself, and that's why I found myself here. I know that I have value. I know that I've gone through things to help people through things. I'm just trying to figure out which lane, like which lane do I put my plane in? Because I really do believe that what was it today? I listen to one of your videos every single morning, and it's like, it was a contributing factor. The contributing factors don't have to be the determining factors anymore. And so I'm here with a novice heart and in humility and just ready to do, willing to learn whatever it takes to get my family out of the place of lack. And so I can do that. I know there's value locked inside of me. I know that there's things that I have inside of me. There's things that I share. There's things that I can teach that are just, you can look and you can see people respond. And it's good. It's really good. So all in all, thank you so much for the opportunity and for blessing us with your gifts and sharing your secrets and success with us, and just basically reintroducing me to myself, because I've been going for a long time. So blessings to all of you. Can't thank you enough for the support. People who've reached out, people who've DM'd, and I'm not staying where I'm at. It's all thanks to you and your yes. Have a great night.